Hello Anne. Hi Anne. Hello Leslie. Good afternoon. Hello there. Hi Lynn. How are you? Welcome. Hello Ali. How are you? Good afternoon everybody. Good afternoon. Hello Lucy. Hello there. How are you? Hello Sue. Good afternoon. Good afternoon everybody. Hope you're all well. Hello Maria. Hello there. Hello Joe. How are you? Joe says hello to everybody. Congratulations on your gallery. What's the word? Showcase. That's fantastic news, Joe. Hi Lynn. Hello everybody. Hello Piggy Sue. Good afternoon Roz. How are you? How's the fur baby, Roz? How's your fur baby? Just this stamp's now going to, there we go. Hello Kay. How are you? Good afternoon. And Maria says, hello Chris Creswell. Is Chris, oh yes, Chris is here. Hello Chris. Hello Sue. Whoops. Hello Sue. Hello Margaret. Good afternoon. How are we all? I'm not too bad. I'm tired, Piggy Sue. I'm tired today, I have to admit. That's why it's a simple card. Hi Eugenie. Hello there. How are you, Eugenie? Hello Shirley. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Just been feeding the ducks with my granddaughter. Oh, how lovely, Lynn. I still haven't been out yet. It's about 8 weeks now. I think I've become a hermit and I don't know how to go out anymore. I've decided I don't think I know how to go out. Hello Sue. How are you? Yes, good afternoon everybody and welcome. Just waiting a few moments. Hello Maria. Hope you're well, Maria. I was going to work on my book, but I'm not feeling well today. I must admit I'm feeling tired, Serena. I must admit. I hope you feel better soon, Serena. Oh, he's doing really well. That's good news, Roz. Fantastic news. So the lump, the wound is healing nicely. Hello, Alison. Hello there. Working whilst watching you. Ooh, does that mean like real work, Kay? Or working on something that's not real work? Is it real work? Good afternoon, Bev. Hello, Elaine. Hello there. I like simple card. Oh, it's definitely simple, Anita. You know when you've got no energy and you think, right, simple it is. Hello, Aunt Jay. Hello there. I'm very well. Are you? No, the next 2 days I've got to work on her Chanda videos, Lucy, so I'll be doing them for the next 2 days. Purr. Yes, I need a good kick up the backside. I'm a hermit too, Alison says. I've definitely become a hermit, Alison. I've decided. I've not been out anywhere. I don't think I know how to go out anymore. And Maria says, hello, Chrissy. Hello there. Hello, Lillian. Good afternoon, Chrissy. Hello there. So, yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Liz. Hello there. So, welcome, everybody. Good afternoon. Hope everybody's well and you're staying safe and that your morale's staying up there. I just need a kick up the backside. I'm just lacking in energy. Hello, Shabnese. Hello there. Guten Abend, Anjay. Guten Abend. Hello there. Hello, Sheila. Hello, Sheila. Right, let's just move all this rubbish out the way. Nothing you do is simple. It's a trick. No, trust me, Hope, it's simple. He's very well, Lucy. He's gone. Thanks for asking, Lucy. My son has gone for a, what's the word? Like a trial. He applied for a job which is framing, so completely different from chefing. He's applied for a job framing, you know, using mount board, etc. and doing frames, and they are trained. Well, he's got a trial today. So fingers crossed the trial goes well today. We've started going out walking again. Oh, I bet it's lovely, Alison. Hello, Anne. I've not gone out anywhere. I just can't go out. I'm having a flare-up in my hands at the moment, so no crafting for me. You have to take it easier, Maria. You have to take it easy. Hello, Marion. Hello, Angie. So, let's get started. I went back to bed so I would be feeling better by 4. Oh, bless Serena. I must admit, I could go back to bed now myself, I have to say. So, I'm going to be using my A4 stamp set, the Plant Your Dreams, and I'm going to use the Strelitzia time. Oh, I can't get my words out. Whilst printing something out for work. Hello, Catherine. Hello, Lillian. I hope you're both well. So I'm going to use the Strelitzia this time because I love the Strelitzia and it's lovely to colour in. So I'm going to use the Strelitzia. And we're going to create a nice, simple card. And Chris says, hello, Maria Adams. So I'm going to create a nice, simple card. Nothing complicated today. I can't do complicated. My brain's not working. In fact, I've got very little brain power at all. So I thought I'll use the Strelitzia because it's beautiful to colour. So I thought it's a nice, simple background this time. So what I've got is I've got a piece of mixed media card. Hello, Lynn. Hi, Raina. Hello there. How are you? Loved your work that I saw today, Raina. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going for simple today. So I'm using a piece of mixed media card. And yes, I'm hoping my son does well as well, Serena. Fingers crossed. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Steve-O. It doesn't feel right calling you Stephen. It has to be Steve-O. I don't mind being called a bit arty at all, Anita. That is absolutely fine by me. Do you know, I was thinking, Lynn, yes, wouldn't it be useful if he got into framing? Because he was a chef, so let's see how it goes. Hello, Liz. So we're doing very simple today, so I do apologise. I do apologise because it's very simple indeed. So I'm using a piece of mixed media card. Yes, me too, Hope. I'm using a piece of mixed media card and it's 3.5 inches by 8 inches. So 3.5 by 8.5. No, 3.5 by 8. So, oh, thank you, Alison. So fingers crossed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Watercolours by Art by Marlene, and I'm just going to do a simple background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply water randomly to my mixed media cardstock. It was gorgeous, Raina. Mind you, all your stuff's gorgeous. So I'm just going to apply water to my mixed media card. Let me just spritz my watercolours. So I'm just going to add some colour to the background, just randomly to the background. Nothing too complicated, just adding the colour randomly. And I like to do wet on wet because it gives me a more random background. Looking for a new job, but it's not. No, it's not the right time, Angie. No, it isn't. But I'm hoping my son can get a job because at the end of the day, he's got to pay bills like all of us. So what I'm going to do is I'm just applying the colour very randomly. And at each time I'm dipping my paintbrush into the water as well. Just so it gives me a nice wet on wet background. Hello, Linda. What is the difference between Pink Frog? Pink Frog, this will take water. Pink Frog will take some water, but Pink Frog have got a watercolour card. So you could use the Pink Frog watercolour card. So this mixed media card is good for any medium. That's why I'm using it. It's good for any medium. So I'm applying 3 different colours. A yellow, an orange and a red. And what I'm going to do is just allow that. Hurrah, finally made to alive. Hello, Sue. We all need time to step back and recharge our batteries. We mustn't feel guilty about it. No, that's true, Patricia. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to apply some salt. Just some salt to the background. So I'm just applying some coarse sea salt to the background. And obviously I'll have to let that soak. So I normally leave them for quite a few hours. And obviously pick all your salt bits up. So that's one background. Let me just pick all them salt bits up and get me bin. Clown face appearing in the watercolour. Hey, I'm good at random. Now I've got clown faces. So I'm just applying the salt. Did you find me the first time, Linda? Wow, that's a miracle. So I'm applying salt to the background. Let me just wipe up that bit of moisture. So what the salt will do is absorb all that moisture, and it'll give me a different background. Are we having chips with that? Oh, do you know? Yeah, chips. Hi, Lorraine. Hello there. So it will absorb all that moisture. I chucked it over my shoulder, Sally Ann, for good luck. So what that means is if we move that out the way, that's almost cooking. Steve-o, you'll never get me cooking. Never get me cooking in a million years. No chance. Not a chance. That's as close as you'll get me. So what it gives you is when it's dry, you remove the salt. And when you remove the salt, it gives you a pitted background. A pitted background. Do you need vinegar as well? Hey, Reka. Hello, Kay from sunny California. Hello there. So this is the difference. When you apply the salt, then you get a really pitted background, a pitted background. All as I did, Rita, was apply the watercolour to the background, and I applied some salt. So this is when it's dry and you remove the salt. That's with the salt added, and this is with no salt added. So this has got no salt. That's when you remove the salt, and that's when you've just applied it. Hello, Reka. Hello there. So you can get two different backgrounds from your print. So you can keep it nice and vibrant if you want, or you can use the salt. So it's entirely up to you which one you want to keep. So I'll keep that for another day. So we'll just move that out the way somewhere. So we can use either of those backgrounds. But if we want to take it up another level, let's change it again. I've just put my finger in my mouth after the salt. Ugh. Oh, I've just put my finger in my mouth. That was disgusting. Ugh. You let it dry naturally, Rizwana. You let it dry naturally. That it's better to dry naturally because it absorbs all that moisture. So let it dry naturally. And I let this dry naturally as well. I don't heat it with my heat tool, because then you get all these sort of inulations of the darker patches. So let it dry naturally. Definitely let it dry naturally. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use stamp set 352 and take it up another level. So I'm going to use 352 and I'm going to ink with my VersaFine. So I'm going to ink with my VersaFine. Let's just move that out the way. Ink my stamp with VersaFine ink. Give it a good inking, and I'm not going to use an acrylic block because I like it to be quite random. So I'm not using acrylic block. Good afternoon, just been back from B&Q with compost, bark chipping and perennials. You see, I really do need to go out because I am becoming a hermit. I am becoming a hermit, so I really do need to get out. So I like this one as well, Leslie. I love the little background stamps. I must admit, I love the little background stamps. I just think they're so easy to use. So I'm just, and there's a little bit of blue on mine because I had ink on there, but that doesn't matter. Because what I'm going to do now is sprinkle with white embossing powder. So I'm going to sprinkle with white embossing powder, and this will give me a third background. So you've got 3 backgrounds that you can use there. So just tip the excess off. Just chuck that on the floor because there's nowhere else to chuck it, like you do. My son used to do that as well. Oh, I love the stamp set, Sarah. I do love using it. Now, I just need to find my heat tool, which is on the floor. What a surprise, everything's on the floor. I'll just heat my heat tool. I've tried my gel plate for the first time today, couldn't even get paint to work on it. So there's no way I'm trying salt. Lorraine, you will get a print. Keep persevering. You might be letting your paint dry too quickly, or you're leaving it too long. Don't you take your dogs out for a walk? No, my son or my husband did it, Anne. I haven't been out for 8 weeks. So I did go for a little walk with my daughter, but that was ages ago. But I haven't been out properly, is what I mean. I haven't been out to any shops. I haven't been to the supermarket. I haven't been anywhere. So I'm just heating that now. Just getting the white embossing powder. No, don't put salt on your gel plate, for goodness sake, no. Don't put salt on your gel plate, because you will ruin it. You can't have any sharp implements or any coarse material on your gel plate at all. So just hitting my embossing, like so. Just give that, just make sure I've got all the areas. Don't overheat, because then you will defeat the object. Is it bad in SA? It's a snack. When you have a nice shelf to live in. I know I'm going to have to get a prescription. My stamps have arrived, but still in pain with shoulder. Oh no, Carolyn, still in pain. You're going to need some painkillers, I think. My immune system isn't rubbish, Maria. To be fair, my immune system isn't too bad. The only thing I've got a problem with is I'm anemic. But other than that, no, my immune system's quite good. It's just that because my husband cares for my father-in-law, he's high risk. So is my dad, because he's got COPD. I daren't go out. I daren't go out. So what I'm going to do now is apply the watercolours over my embossed image. Hello, Jane. Hello there. How are you? So I'm now going to apply my watercolours over my embossed image this time, and I use quite a watery mix, so I keep adding water to my brush because I want it quite watery, because then it sort of blends beautifully. But I don't think about it too much. Don't think about it too much, or else then it becomes too restrictive. So don't think about it too much. When we used to say out, do you think we will start saying out if we go? Exactly, Lucy. Out. Like proper out. I haven't been out for so long, I just don't know what proper out is. So if you want to add more water, you can, and then you can let it drip if you want to. You can let it drip by adding more water and allowing it to drip. So if it gives you a really random background, and you can let it drip if you want into all the crevices. And if you let that dry naturally, because you don't want to heat it again, if you let it dry naturally, you'll get puddles of colour, and it works beautifully. Mine's rubbish because of treatment for RA. Oh no, that's the thing, you see. If you've got a rubbish immune system, it's a bit iffy going out, isn't it? I think it is. So there's your background, nice and simple. Nice simple background that you let dry naturally. And what I love about these backgrounds is you can let it drip if you want. These puddles will dry nice and dark. And if I bring in one I've done earlier, let me just move that out the way. So here's one I've done earlier. And if you let it dry naturally, you get these darker areas. Don't heat it with your heat tool, because then you get lovely dark areas, and that embossing is nice and bright. So don't dry that, let it dry naturally. So a nice simple background for you. So nothing complicated at all. Can you see an owl? So what I've done is I've machine stitched around the outside edge where you can get those watercolours from. Yes, I think you might get them from somewhere like That's Crafty. They might have them. But they're quite, what I like about these, let me get the packaging, hang on. What I like about these is they're nice and bright, and it says bold and bright. I like it because even the blues are bright and the pinks and purple. So I like the brightness. So that's what you get when you leave it to dry naturally. You get those darker... Sorry, I'm late. Placing a craft order. Oh, Wendy, bless. I've got to place an order for a few things. So many allergies now, the doc says it's my arthritis. Yes, you need to be careful if you've got allergies. So that gives me a nice background. So let's take another piece of card. Why have I put my watercolours away? I don't know why I've put my watercolours away. What a drip. I still need them. So what I'm going to do now is take my Strelitzia. Let's stamp the Strelitzia. So I'm going to ink my Strelitzia, and it's such a fab size stamp. It's such a lovely size. Oh, there you go. Alison says art from the heart, do them as well. So I'm just inking up. Just inking that up with a good layer of ink. Good layer of ink. Yeah, Marlene at Studio Light. So I'm just using those because I wanted some bright colours. I wanted some bright colours. And plus, I'm trying to keep you all occupied with doing different things. And also, let's be honest, my brain was mush after the weekend. My brain was mush. So I had to do something simple. One of my stamps arrived today. Yay, Linda, I hope you enjoy it. Whichever stamp you've ordered, I hope you enjoy it. So I'm just lifting that acrylic block just to make sure I get a good, even pressure. And just look at that. I just love it. I just think that is beautiful. I know I'm biased, but I'm sorry, I think that's fab. I love that stamp. I just think it's so lovely. And if you like clean and simple, you could leave it just like that with a touch of colour. I just think it's so lovely. So just bring in my water now. I'm just going to bring in my messy water. Just spritz my watercolours again, just to keep them moist. And what I'm going to do is I'm using a very fine brush. Yeah, you can use your brush-os, yes, absolutely. Brush-os will look different because you get a mix of colours from brush-os. Obviously, you don't get one colour, you get a mix of colours, but of course that will work. So again, I'm doing wet on wet. I ordered the iris stamp and Tim's Duck Oxide from Stampers Grove yesterday. Oh, Alison, thank you. Thank you for ordering the iris stamp. Actually, the iris would look good in the duck egg, Alison. The iris, because I've got a beautiful iris in the garden. It's like a pale blue colour. So the iris would look fab in the duck egg. It would look beautiful. Oh, thank you for sharing, Diane. Thank you. I tell you what, my brain's totally mush after the weekend. After teaching this weekend. Me focus, do you ever get that where you focus, your eye focus? My focus isn't very good. I think I've been looking at the screen too much. So what I'm doing is I'm doing wet on wet again. So what I'm doing is I'm using a very fine brush. Now, I'm not an expert on brushes, I'm sorry, but I just use what works for me. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to add wet on wet colour to my Strelitzia. So I'm just using the wet on wet colour. And I'm not going to colour all this image because you'll just fall asleep. I've just made a big order with Stampers Grove. Did you order the new ink colour, Serena? Was it the new ink colour you ordered? It looks lovely, doesn't it? So let me just get a bit more moisture just on my other. That's it. Just so, I like to do wet on wet. The only reason I like to do wet on wet is because it's a little bit more random. And random suits me because I'm not a colourist. I'm not a colourist. There's lots of colourists out there. I'm not one of them. So I'm just using wet on wet. My eyes go wonky after watching the screen. Yeah, my eyes go a bit wonky, I have to say. I think my eyes have gone a bit wonky. They've definitely gone a bit wonky. So what I do is I add this layer wet on wet and I let it bleed. And then what I do is I let it dry a little bit and then I add a darker shade. So I let it dry a little bit and add a darker shade. Obviously you haven't got time for, you know, to wait for me to let things dry. So just add a little bit of the colour. And we haven't got any yellow there. Do you know, I could do this. I could colour this flower all day long. I just think it's so beautiful. I got mine from Be Crafty. Yay! Did you order as well yesterday? What did you order? Oh, Alison, you mean your iris? I got speckled egg and a couple of others. Oh, how lovely. How lovely. I do appreciate you ordering the stamps as well. I must admit, I really do appreciate you ordering the stamps. So what I do then is, when I'm at home, and obviously I'm not live, I would let that dry a little bit. Obviously, oh, my green isn't wet. Obviously, when you're live, you can't let it dry because it's like watching paint. Well, it is watching paint dry. Bird of Paradise, they had sold out by the time I went to order. What did they sell out of? Oh, don't tell me, the ink pad, Lynn. Did they sell out of the ink pad? Because Tim's stuff always sells out, doesn't it? So I'm just adding. And then I use this paint, the same paint, to go down the stem. Take some of that colour off and take it down the stem. Take it down the stem as well. And I like to use the wet on wet because I find it so easy. I ordered some brushes from his hands, but still waiting. Yeah, my eyes do that. When I've been focusing too much, my eyes are terrible. But I've been focusing that much the last few days. And what's hilarious is I've got to do videos for her Chanda next. That's going to be fun, considering I can't focus properly. So I'm just taking a bit of this colour and just going to add it down the side. Just giving this chance to dry a little bit. I may have to dry it a little bit with the heat tool, which I do not want you to do when you're at home. When you're at home, I don't want you to dry it with the heat tool, because it looks far better when you don't dry it with the heat tool. But this is so therapeutic. Yes, I use VersaFine Clair. VersaFine Clair, because it's waterproof. I used VersaFine Clair. And what I do is I just want it dark down here. So what I'll do is I'll get a little bit of, I've got no tissue here at all, which is great. So just dab that, just so it's a little bit darker where I want. So I'm just dabbing it so I can take some of that colour off. And then I spend ages just getting little bits of dark areas round the edge, like so. It doesn't matter that you bleed outside, because I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to cut that out. I used it for the first time yesterday. It's lovely to colour. I love it, Thursday. I love it to colour in. I just find it so therapeutic. And what you do is, when it's dry, you add touches of the red. Touches of the red while you've still got that wet on wet. You don't worry about it going over the lines because you're cutting it out. You're cutting it out. So I add little touches of the red, and you let all the colours bleed into each other. You let all the colours bleed into each other, and then it looks more naturalistic. Now obviously you get the idea. Let's bring in one I've coloured before. I keep saying that. Let's bring in one I've coloured before. So this is what it looks like when you've coloured it in and you take your time. And if you look, where's my little scissors? Why does oh, here they are. So if you look, I've added some white touches here, just to highlight the white touches. Let's move this out the way. And those white touches really make it pop. They really make it pop. But because the watercolours are so bright, they're lovely. They're really lovely. Definitely not at the moment. What's not at the moment? I'll send you mine. What I like how you're all taking, just making a piano card for my granddaughter while I watch. Oh, Linda. Very Blue Peter. Very Blue Peter. One done before. But if you notice those white touches on the Strelitzia, the white touches on the Strelitzia really make it pop. They make that pop. And I think that's what brings it to life. But the vibrancy of the watercolours is fab. Now, I'm not a colourist, but I just love that. Absolutely love it. So just move those out the way. Move those out the way. So what I'm going to do now is bring in my card, like so. Oh, thank you, Patricia. It's lovely and it's nice and bright. And what I've got here is I've got some strips of card that I need to trim. And I've machine stitched the card. I've machine stitched the strips of card. And I'm not getting rid of the cotton fibres, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these strips of card like so. Oh, thank you, Janet. Thank you. I'm so pleased with that Strelitzia. It makes me look like a real colourist when I'm not. Finger hurts using the knife. Oh, bless Steve-O. Maybe Abs needs to bring a die out for the Strelitzia. You forgot. Fastest. Oh, fastest. What did Raina say? I missed that. I missed what Raina said. You forgot fastest. So what I'm doing is I'm adding these strips, because the strips will just lift the Strelitzia from the background, just so the background, so it doesn't fade into the background. So I'm just adding these strips of card like so. Okay. Die needed. You have to speak to Abs. That's not my forte. So what I'm going to do is add the Strelitzia like that. You see, I love fussy cutting. I love fussy cutting. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a spotlight. I've cut these two circles in half. It makes a difference, doesn't it, Leslie? It makes a big difference. So what I'm going to do is I've got these two pieces which were a circle like so. They were a circle, and I've cut them in half. We're on battery operated implements now. So I'm now going to just add these circular half cuts to the background. But I just love the cotton threads as well. If you can't stitch, just use a broken line. Just use a broken line. Just use some dashes and dots with your pen. If you can't machine stitch, which, trust me, you know, I'm not exactly the world's best and I don't do it straight. So I'm just adding these broken circles, just so they overhang the edge a little bit. Oh, thank you, Kay. So I'm just adding. It's not too bad when you consider my brain isn't working, is it really? And really, trust me, my brain is not working. So I'm just, it's slightly overhanging the card, which is what I want. I want it slightly overhanging the card. So then my Strelitzia goes here like this. Oh, don't you like it when it works? So what I'm thinking is add this here. I've got to talk to myself a little bit. I've got to talk to myself a little bit. And then I'm going to add this here. So yes, the Strelitzia can be stuck down now. I'm so in love with the Strelitzia. I love it. I just look like I'm a proper colourist when I'm not. Anything that makes me look good, I'm all for it. What are we saying? It does come together, doesn't it? Especially when it's nice and simple. I told you I don't do complicated. I can't. I don't know how to do complicated. So I'm just adhering the Strelitzia. Like so. Just in between those split circles. And don't stick it totally down. Just stick parts of it, so little bits of it stick up. Just give it a few seconds to adhere. Oh, bless Diane. So I'm just allowing it to stick. Like so. Okay. So then we've got these lovely fibres as well. I love it. I love the stamp. I just think it's beautiful. And what I'm going to do, and what I didn't remember, was to get my little hole punch thing. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to see my hands while I just find something to punch a hole. I just need to find something to punch a hole. So I do apologise for my hands. I just need something to punch a hole. So I'm just going to use my little hole punch. So I'm just going to hold it up so that I've got it reasonably straight. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I didn't get any brads, which was not good of me. So I'm just going to make them holes a little bit bigger, and then I'm just going to reach for my brads because I didn't get them. So let me just get my brads. So let's get some gold ones. I'm talking to myself. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Alison. I'm just using my... Make sure I've got two the same colour. Let's just plonk that there. So I'm now going to add this. This is where I can never find the holes again. So just place that over the top of the hole, hopefully. Let's make sure we've got it straight. And place the brads over the top. And hopefully just get the brads. That's it. You see, you go quiet when you concentrate. When you concentrate and you go quiet, that's because I was concentrating on the back of the card to try and get the brads open. There we go. That's it. And then what we need to do is perhaps, let me see if we can put a little bit of moss. Let me see if we can put a little bit of moss. Let's get a bit of moss. Oh, thank you, Helen. Sometimes my brain just isn't working. This morning I was like in panic mode thinking, oh no, I can't get my head working. But I love it when it comes together. I love these little threads as well. So I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive down in my little, what do you call this? My little handle. Just so that I can put some little bits of moss. Just adhere some bits of moss. Did you get thrown out, Chris? How rude. How rude. How did you get the white bits on the flowers? I put the white bits on with a white pen. I put the white bits on with a white pen. A white gel pen. I just put them on with a white gel pen. So just like so. I don't need that. So it just gives me a bit of moss. And that'll dry with the bit of glue. A whole box back in the 80s. Oh, did you, Diane? Wow. So what I'm going to do now is just get some orange paint and just add a little bit of paint to my little, just to orange it up a little bit, just to add a little touch. Not much, just a little touch, just to give it a tinge, give it a little tinge of orange. Thank you, Jane. I'm just giving it a little tinge of orange. I don't want too much, just a little bit, just so it looks like it belongs. And I'm using a dry wipe here that's not even wet. Just move that out the way. And then, gutter police caught you. The gutter police caught Chris. The gutter police throwing you out as well. So I'm just going to add my little Strelitzia sentiment that comes on the stamp set as well. And I'm just going to add that to my little metal piece. Now I need to let this just stick. I need to let it stick while we chat. The drawer handles, they're drawer pulls by Tim Holtz. Mini drawer pulls. I thought, how lovely. I thought someone in the group put one up, but I must have been mistaken. Wanted to copy the colouring. What did I miss? Who put what up? Did somebody put a card up? So I'm just removing that bit of glue. I missed that comment. It just brings it together, doesn't it, Kay, the flower and the moss? I think it does. I think it does. Thank you, Eugenie. Oh, thank you, Karen. I just love the Strelitzia. Even more now. Tim Holtz again. He owes me, doesn't he? Do you think Tim Holtz owes me? I need a bucket full of these, please, Tim. I need a bucket full of these. Just need my wipe. Just let me get a wipe. So what I'm going to do then is add some white splatters, mainly over the That's it. Not too many. You don't want too many. Don't overpower it with your white splatters. And then let me just clear this mess up so we can look at the card when it's all done in black. So what I'm going to do then is add it to a black mount like so. We haven't finished yet. We just want to add some more black bits yet. So you add it like so, and then add it to a black mat. So obviously you know it's going on a white card, so you would add it to a black mat. So I'll add that now because I want to add some more touches of black. So we'll just add that to a black mat. Just so we can see that it looks lovely against a black mat. Oh, thank you, Anita, thank you. I just love it. I love the stamp set. But to be fair, not all stamp sets sing to you when you first see them. When you first see them, they don't always sing to you. So sometimes it's nice if you see them used and then you can see the potential. You can see the potential of the stamp set. And I just love this. I think it's so lovely, so classy. And then what I'm going to do is add a few touches of black. I'm using Pink Frog's black card, Steve-O, because he's now got, Andy at Pink Frog's now got a true black card. So I use that. He's got a true black. So I quite like that. And it's nice if you brayer the paint on the black as well. That looks lovely. So just making sure that adhesive sticks nicely in the background. Then I'm going to add a few touches of black. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you. Not bad for a basic card, is it? It's not bad for a basic card. So I'm just adding some of this black tape, which is supposed to be self-adhesive, which takes me ages. I don't know word. Outside room where I have my tomatoes. Greenhouse. Is that you? Greenhouse? Conservatory? Sorry, I have to dinner. No problem, Eugenie. We've nearly finished anyway. So I'm just adding these black touches, just to give it a touch of the black, to bring the black from the background into the foreground. So just these little touches. Oh, thank you, Anne. Thank you. I was a bit worried about what I was going to create today, I have to say. And of course, I can't get the back off my tape. Then I'm just going to add this here, like so. And then if you bring this and put it, I can't pick it up, if you put it onto a white card, there's your card finished. I just think that looks lovely. I'm so pleased with that. I look like a proper colourist and I'm not. I know I could have used my poker tool, Diane, but I eventually got there with my nails. But I just love how that's turned out. I absolutely love it. I'm so pleased with how that's turned out. Love the little bit of moss. And that is our nice, simple card. I told you it was simple, didn't I? I told you it wouldn't be too complicated. But I think the touches of white bring it to life. I think those touches of white bring it to life. I think that's what makes it. My camera doesn't like it when I lift up things, but I do think that brings it to life. And that touch of background stamping, it's not too overpowering. Gorgeous, you've really changed the meaning of basing. Trust me, that's very simple card. Now, I'm actually not around for 2 days, 2 whole days. It's 2 whole days I'm going to be missing because I've got to do some videos for Hachanda. So I've got videos to do for Hachanda on Wednesday and Thursday, and they're going to take me 2 full days to do them. So I'm going to get those out the way tomorrow and Thursday, and then I'll be back on Friday. And also at the weekend, I'll be doing a Facebook Live for Country View Crafts. On Sunday, I'll be doing a Facebook Live for Country View Crafts. But I think that's at 3 o'clock on Sunday. Oh, thank you, Steve-O, thank you. So I will be going live on Contriview Crafts on Sunday. I will be live on Friday, but I won't be here for 2 days. I'll be disappearing for 2 days to do some work for her Chandy. Yes, it's busy time, Lynn, again. It's just so busy at the minute. So I'll be doing videos for her Chandy because I've got shows at the end of June. I've got a weekend wow at the end of June. So I need to do videos for that to inspire you. Oh, if I can make a card like that for my mum, I would be chuffed. Oh, you can make that easy, Catherine. I know, I've said this before, Jane, I know, but I miss you too much, you see, so I end up coming live because I miss you all so much. So, yes, so the plan is I'll be back Friday, so I need to get them sorted. At least once I get them sorted, I can go back to my routine. So, thank you for your company again. We'll be watching Friday and Sunday. Thank you, Sue. Thank you very much. So, oh, miss, no class for 2 days. What will we do? You can have a look at the videos or you can create your books. There's lots of videos to keep you inspired. I say that and then I end up coming back. But, oh, thank you very much for joining me. So I'll see you all in a couple of days and I'll see you all on Contriview Crafts. Can anyone can watch Contriview Crafts? Yes, it's on their Facebook, Linda. Just on their Facebook page. I'm not even an admin yet, but yes, on their Facebook page on Sunday. So, yes, I haven't got a clue what I'm making. But yes, I will be live on Contriview. But I'll be back on Friday. And I'm not slacking. I'm doing work for her Chanda to inspire you. Please can you do something with the A7 word stamp from your new release? This one I have done. I've got videos on YouTube. Do you mean this one? Do you mean that one? Do you mean that? What do you mean that one, Sue? I've used that one in a Facebook Live. I find that easy to use. I use that with my paintbrushes. I'll do a link to Contriview, Roz. I'll advertise it later in the week and I'll give you a link to Contriview because I aren't even an admin yet. So I need to find out from Sue that I get the right page. So I'll give you a link to Contriview. Will we have to behave? Nah. Sue knows what I'm like. There's no chance of us behaving. Not a chance. Not a chance. So yes, I love this. So I did a project with the paintbrushes and look what I've got. This will show you, Sue, to prove I did a project. Look, I got some little cards made with the project, Sue. Look. And it's in the background, Sue, just to prove I did do a card on YouTube. I did that card with that stamp. And I had some cards made for when I send out artwork. Hey, look at me. Do I look professional? So there you go, Sue. That's the card you're looking for on YouTube. So yes, I'll get you the link to Contriview for Sunday. Don't worry. She's a lovely lady, Sue is. She is, Steve-o. Lovely. I love all our stockists. So anyway, I'll send you a link for that and I'll be back on Friday. But you can perhaps make this in the meantime. You can perhaps make this. And do I look professional, Sarah? I'm trying to make out somewhere that I'm professional somewhere. Anyway, I'll stop waffling. What am I like? Yes, a weekend wow at the end of June. I've got a weekend wow. So I need to inspire you, don't I? We don't have to I don't know whether I'm using the wonky pair. I can't make my mind up yet, Karen. Hey, posh Diane. So yes, so I'm trying to get you inspired for the weekend wow. So I've got to do videos to keep you inspired, or else you won't know what to do with the stamps. So I'm just trying to keep you inspired. Anyway, please can you do a tutorial on ATCs? Yes, it's really, you can do exactly what I've done here, but on an ATC version, because you just cut everything down to 2.5 by 3.5. But yes, I can do that, no problem at all. Professional nutter, exactly. Anyway, I'll see you all in a couple of days. Have a lovely couple of days. And don't forget to keep sharing your artwork. I'd love to see it. And I'll see you all soon. Bye for now. Bye.